Hey everyone, this is an Electrolux vacuum cleaner component, a plastic head and the rest of the hosing, in this case a metal tubing here. And it is broken. In this video I'll show you how to separate this plastic head from the rest of the metal tubing here. It's broken at one point, but the head detaches at 2 points. You might need to use one of the connections to decouple the system, either for broken parts replacement or just for cleaning the head. The first connection I want to show you is where it's not broken, and it's at this joint where the rest of the plastic fitting pivots like so. You need to depress this gray button and that gray button at about the same time to separate the two components. Now this gray button will push in when there's no dirt packed behind it. So that may not be a case. If this needs cleaning or clearing the jam behind it, works just like that. So this has been cleaned, and when both are pressed, the rest of them can be wiggled out like so. So this is the inside of this joint, and this is the other side. So obviously if there's dirt packed behind this push button, it's not going to depress and they will not separate. This crunchy sound is fine. It's plastic against plastic friction, so both needs to be depressed and then pulled out. So that's the action there. The second one is tricky. This is the one that's broken. This lever here or push button used to be functional to slide the head off the end of this metal tubing. So for this you need a small tool. You could try a kitchen knife, but this one is too thick. The blade is too thick. It doesn't go into the gap where you need to dig in. This is thinner. I'm not saying try it with a thinner kitchen knife, one that is pointed so you hurt yourself. No, you're big enough and old enough, figure it out. I'm going to use a safe tool, okay? However, I'm using the corner of it because, as you can see it from the scratch marks, you need to dig in here with not much force, really light amount of force, but for this the blade needs to be thin enough, and this one is just too thick. Okay, this one does not dig in easily here. It doesn't matter how you try it. So this one does, and it doesn't need excessive amount of force, and then just lift up on it like so, and then this cover plate comes off like so, and then the button, the broken one, comes out. There is a spring which is intact, and there is a square thing that comes out of this. So this square component here sits in that plastic square hole, sits in the recess here made in this tube, so they are separated. And of course, if the head is still attached, then the whole head removes this way. So do you need to replace the whole head? Obviously not. If this part is available, then you just need to replace this part as is. Or if the part is not made available by the manufacturer, you can put the same broken bits back together and they will securely hold the head in place. Very simply, you have to line up the square hole with the square cut in the metal like so. Put this square bit back in the same way it was in here when it was broken there. Put a spring on it, why not? Put this broken lever back in place, why not? And put this cover plate back on it. There, everything snaps in place and it's held in place securely, and yes, it doesn't remove by using this lever because this is the broken bit. And now changing the head, we'll need one extra tool and, I don't know, 1 extra minute. So that's how this is done.